morning folks, and welcome to the second part of my playthrough of Gate with the Gates expansion. This is a game from Gnome Games from the mind of Jason Glover. If you haven't seen the first part of this playthrough, I'll pop a link in the description and the corner of the video. If you enjoy this adventure and want to see more just like it, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon. If you enjoy this video, please like this video. And with all that said, let's just get straight into the second part of this game. We have fought off some enemies. We have been through wave 1 of 3, so we've got 2 waves to go through and a final boss to face. We've got some barricades in front of our actual gate, so that's nice. That'll prevent an attack at some point. I need 3 cards. Before we look at those cards, we need to advance the enemy. So a Plague Rat is going to move to the left, and out is going to come a Vile Stalker. So this enemy attacks the tavern, and while this enemy is in play, I cannot hire citizens. So that is pretty annoying. Okay, so I think we're going to be obviously fully focusing on attacking, and hopefully we haven't really got much in the way of attackers. We've got the assassin, so I'm going to use the assassin. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. If you remember, I said we do have some additional commands that we can use, and one of those commands is Call to Arms, which costs 2 gold and allows me to do 1 point of damage. So I think I'll use the Peddler to do that. That will do 1 point of damage to the Plague Rat. I'm just thinking, can I kill the Vile Stalker in one go? I don't think I can. So I'm going to make sure I get rid of the Plague Rat and do as much damage as possible to the Vile Stalker. Okay, so with that done, obviously we're not going to recruit because we can't. Then we've got our cards to use, and I'm going to be using the assassin to do 2 points of damage, but that's 2 plus 1 because I've got the tower in play still. So that's 3 points of damage. 2 points of damage to the Plague Rat, 1 point of damage to the Vile Stalker. That means the Plague Rat is defeated. Now, the assassin, you may trash 1 card in hand after using it. Oh, so I can use the card and then trash it. I'm thinking I might trash the Storyteller. Just going to look at my cards in my draw deck as well, which is a bit naughty, but no, change my mind. Just give this a quick shuffle. Doesn't really matter. Change my mind. I'm going to keep the Storyteller because actually I think he might be my only guy at the moment, my only card that doesn't have to be trashed on use, that allows me to reduce the value of the pyramid. I'm going to use the Storyteller to repair. What's he going to repair? He's going to repair the tavern because the Vile Stalker actually is about to attack the tavern. So that'll put the tavern back up to 4. Okay, then the enemy attacks. He is attacking the tavern for 2, so that takes the tavern down to 2. On to the next round. Enemies advance. A Blood Monk. Also attacking the tavern, that's pretty bad news, and does some fear damage. Remove all damage tokens when this card is revealed. That's annoying. There are some enemies with annoying abilities that are added by the Gates expansion. Right, so draw cards. That's 2. I'll need to shuffle the discard. What have we got? Vagabond, Blacksmith, and Storyteller. Again, not much in the way of attacking. I think I'm going to have to accept... Oh, that's going to destroy my tavern. Right, okay, so let's use the blacksmith to repair the tavern, at least initially. And then maybe we've got a chance of saving it. Then I'm going to use the storyteller to... Am I going to reduce the pyramid by 1? So I'm going to use my storyteller to calm for 1 point, but because I've got the tavern, it's actually 2 points. So it's going to go 1, 2, down to there. And then I'm going to use my vagabond to do 1 point of damage, 1 pitiful point of damage. Ah, so the tavern is going to get destroyed. That's a shame. What could I have done differently? Not much, really. Okay, fine. Right, I think I could have done this round more logically. I feel like I've done things in kind of a weird way, but I'm just going to plough on and hope for the best. So my vagabond is going to attack for 1 plus 1 for the tower being in place. He's going to do that damage to the blood monk. They're going to attack us. The vile stalker is going to attack the tavern for 2. Oh dear. Taking it down to 2. And the blood monk is going to attack the tavern for 2 as well, which means the tavern is sadly destroyed. Hey ho, never mind. Interesting though, maybe it's going to be more challenging with the gates expansion, or maybe I was just lucky the first 2 times I played. That round is done. Enemy is going to advance, which means the vile stalker, because you can only have 2 enemies out at once, remember, so the vile stalker is going to be pushed out of play. Before that happens, they do a final 2 points of damage. He does it to the tavern. The tavern is no longer in play, which means it actually happens to the gate. The gate has a barricade. So rather than the gate receiving the damage, the barricade will take that damage. That means the barricade is out of play, and it deals 1 damage to the foe that dealt the attack. Well, that was the vile stalker, and he's out of the game anyway. So at least that means nothing got damaged. Yeah, so we need a new enemy. A rotworm. Okay, at least he doesn't have any weird abilities. He just attacks the farm and does fear damage. Which reminds me, in the last round, the blood monk should have done a point of fear damage as well, and I forgot that. So we're going to move up the pyramid by 1, which is going to give us a hero. The engineer, who can do some excellent repairing, which I guess is nice. What have we got? We've got the guard, we've got the bishop, we've got the assassin. So we'll use the bishop. He's a one-time use. We're going to use him to reduce the pyramid by 3. And then we've still got the blood monk in play. So we can't... Oh no, that was the other guide that means you can't hire citizens. So we could theoretically hire citizens, but I'm not sure I want to. I think I want to focus on doing some damage. So I'm going to use the assassin again to do 2 points of damage, plus 1 because of the tower. So that's 3 points of damage. So that's 2 to the blood monk, 1 to the rotworm. That means the blood monk is defeated. And then I'm also going to use the guard to do a point of damage. There we go. And the assassin says you may trash 1 card in hand after using it. So I've just used the guard, and I'm going to immediately trash the guard, so that is out of play. Hopefully means my better cards will come up more quickly once I've got some better cards, because I don't have many cards at all at the moment. So that's all done. That means the enemies are going to attack. It is the rotworm. He is attacking the farm for 2, taking it down to 2, which is a bit worrying. And also doing a point of fear damage, which is going to give me another one of our heroes, the sorceress. Oh, looks like it allows me to place a barricade for free and does a lot of things very well. So she will be helpful when she comes up. Next round, rotworm moves to the left. Out comes the rat lord, who attacks the gate itself. Draw 3 cards. Peddler, Assassin, Storyteller. I desperately need some more people. Now let's have a look. The peddler has a purchase power of 2, plus 1 for the farm still being in play, so that's 3 potentially. So I could get the druid, but what I really need, I think, is someone who does some attacking. The nomad would be lovely, but costs 5, which I could afford if I also used the assassin. But if I use the assassin, then I'm not going to be able to kill the rotworm, and then the rotworm would destroy my farm, and I do not want that to happen. So I'm looking over here, I'm seeing we've got a craftsman. He at least does a little bit of damage, and he allows some repairing. So let's purchase him. So the peddler is going to be used to purchase the craftsman. Then the storyteller. The storyteller means that recruiting a citizen costs 1 less gold this turn. But that would still only give me 4, which wouldn't allow me to afford the nomad. Okay, so I'm just going to use the storyteller to repair for 1, and that's going to be to repair the farm. Yep, let's do that. And then the assassin is going to attack, doing 2 plus 1 points of damage, which is 3, which means the rotworm, thankfully, is defeated. Now it's the enemy's turn. The rat lord is going to attack the gate, taking it down from 6 to 4. And that's the end of the round. Moving on to the next round. New monster is a devourer. So the devourer attacks all locations, plus 1 damage to all locations. Eesh. That's pretty nasty. And I haven't even started attacking the rat lord yet. Not good. Let's see what cards we're going to get. A couple of one-time use cards. That's interesting. Lots of repair-y stuff. I don't have a huge amount to repair. Well, no, I mean, the farm needs repairing. Could always repair the gate. Okay. Oh, and the blacksmith allows me to attack, double the attack of another card. Oh ho. That's good. Alright, well let's use the engineer. One-time use, 4 points of repair, which I think I can split over multiple buildings. So I'm going to use 3 points on my farm and 1 point on my gate. Okay, so and I'm going to use the blacksmith as well to repair, and he's going to repair the tower and the gate for 1 each. And that leaves me with the sorceress. And I'm going to use the sorceress to attack, and she does 2 points of attack. Blacksmith allows me to double the attack, which brings it up to 4, plus 1 for having the tower, so I'm doing an attack of 5, which is good. Sadly, it's not good enough to kill anyone. So I'm going to put the damage on the devourer, because the rat lord is going to scamper off anyway, and I'm not going to be able to kill him at all. Now the sorceress also allows me to place one barricade, so I will do that as well. I'm going to put a barricade in front of something, don't really know what. Let's do the farm. Barricade in front of the farm. Okay, new round. Enemies advance. The Rat Lord is going to disappear. Like I said, he has one last chance at attacking me. He's going to damage the gate for 2. And then he's off into the sunset. Devourer moves that way. Out comes a new creature. Death Guard. Alright, so he does 1 point of damage to the tower and 2 points of fear damage. So that could escalate quite quickly. Draw 3 cards. Now, there's only 3 cards left in the game, so I don't really have that much time to buy more cards, but I feel like I've got such a weak selection of residents in my draw deck that I've got to at least try. And the thing is, they're also blimmin' expensive. Now theoretically I could use all of these cards. Well, wait a minute. I could use the Craftsman to attack for a total of 2, because he's got an attack of 1 and the tower's still standing. So that's 2 points of damage, so he'd do 1 to the Devourer and 1 to the Death Guard. Means the Devourer is defeated. Death Guard is still there and hasn't received much damage, but the Peddler and the Vagabond combined have 3 money and +1 for the farm still being in play. Means I can buy cards costing up to 4, which doesn't give me the Nomad that I really wanted, and that does make me sad. But I think I'll just have to buy the Ratcatcher. At least he does some damage. And that might reveal another card I can afford. A Minstrel, that's not much good. Okay, alright, end of the round. Enemies attack. Death Guard is going to attack the tower for 1 and do 2 points of fear damage. So increasing the pyramid by 1 damages the farm, taking the farm down to 5. And then again gives me a hero. The Traveller. Traveller's great. Allows you to draw 2 more cards, which gives you 5 cards in 1 round. So that's quite handy. New round. Death Guard moves. Out comes the Abomination. It attacks the farm, does some fear damage. Okay, draw 3 cards. Blacksmith, Assassin and Storyteller. I'm going to use the Storyteller to repair the gate by 1, increasing it from 4 to 5. And then I'm going to use the Blacksmith. I think I am going to buy the Minstrel, because it'll give me... no, I'm not. It's too late. It's too late for that nonsense. I'm going to use the Blacksmith just to repair as well. He's going to repair the tower from 5 to 6 and the gate from 5 to 6. Then I'm going to use the Assassin, who does 2 points of damage. So she's going to attack. And if you remember, the Blacksmith allows me to to double the attack of another card. So that doubles that to 4, plus 1 for the tower. Gives the Assassin an attack of 5. So that resident really is my main attacker. That's great, because that means I can defeat the Death Guard, leaving just the Abomination. The Abomination is going to attack, is attacking the farm for 2. But I've got a barricade, so actually that means the barricade is taken out and the Abomination takes 1 point of damage from the barricade and does a point of fear damage, which is going to damage my tower. There we go. Next round, our final normal enemy before we face Zogar is the Tentesteed, who attacks the mill and does fear damage. Peddler, Ratcatcher and Vagabond. You may discard a card from your hand and draw another one. I might do that. I think I will. Am I going to be able to kill the Abomination? I don't think so. So I think I'm going to have to let the Abomination go and focus on the Tentesteed. Alright, so I'm going to attack with the Vagabond. The Vagabond attacks for 1 plus 1 for the tower. So it's a total of 2. 2 points of damage to that fella. You may discard a card from your hand and draw another one. So I'm going to discard the Peddler. Draw another card. Oh, it's the Assassin. Tremendous news. That means I probably could have killed the Abomination. But it does mean I can kill the Tentesteed, which is pretty awesome. So the Assassin does 2 points of damage. The Ratcatcher does 1 point of damage. Between them, they do 3. 1, 2, 3 to the Tentesteed, which gives 5 in total, killing that beastie. Alright, the Abomination is still in play. Attacks the farm for 2, taking the farm down to 3 and doing 1 point of fear damage, but I don't have any more heroes, sadly. So on to the next round, and Zogar is going to come out, our final enemy. Ouch. So every time Zogar attacks, does 2 points of damage to each location and 2 points of fear damage. Alright, 3 cards. Traveller, Blacksmith, Craftsman. Oh, the Traveller, lovely. So the Traveller allows me to draw 2 more cards. So I'll use the Traveller to reduce the pyramid by 1. And then I get to draw 2 more cards. So 1. Traveller is 1-time use, so she's going to disappear. 2. So now I've got 4 cards to play with. Or including the Blacksmith, which doubles the attack of another card. That's pretty cool. So we're just going to go all in on attacking here. I don't think I can kill Zogar in 1 round, so let's try and get rid of the Abomination. So, Craftsman does 1 point of damage. Oh, wait a minute, I'll use the Blacksmith to do 2 points of repairing. So let's do 1 point to the tower and 1 point to the farm. And then we're going to, and he allows me to double the attack of another card. So we're going to double the attack of the Vagabond. So that's 2 plus 1 for having the tower, plus 1 for the Craftsman. So that's a total of 4 attacking going on. Unfortunately, that doesn't kill the Abomination. And then finally I'll use the Storyteller to do 1 other point of repair on the farm. Okay, so the Abomination does 2 points of damage to the farm, taking the farm down to 3. And 1 point of fear damage. Ooh, I can see fear rapidly becoming an issue here. Then Zogar does 2 points of damage to each location, taking the farm down to 1. The mill down to 2, the gate down to 10, and the tower down to 4. And he does 2 points of fear damage. 1, 2. And that does 1 additional point of damage to the gate, taking the gate down to 9. Okay, so I've got to get that pyramid down, or kill everyone, which obviously isn't going to happen. So I've got to get, if I can't get the pyramid down, it's game over. So this is our final stand. There's no more monsters to come out, but we don't win until we kill both of those guys. So no enemies advancing. Draw up to 3 cards. Here's my 3 cards. Good, good. I've got the rat catcher who does fear, who does calming rather. So he's going to calm by 2 points, going down 1, 2, like that. And then the peddler is not really good for much at all. And the assassin is going to attack for 2 plus 1 for the tower, so a total of 3. So that's 1 point to the abomination, will kill the abomination. And then 2 points of damage to Zogar, meaning Zogar's got 6 points of health left. Zogar's going to attack every location, which destroys the farm, destroys the mill, takes the tower, the gate down to 7, and the tower down to 2. Then does 2 points of fear, which takes another point off the gate. Yikes. So our tower is on 2, our gate is on 6. So I still feel like I'm probably going to win this, but it's definitely a bit tighter than it was with just the base game. And who knows, I might be unlucky here, I might be destroyed. Okay. So we've got 3 cards. Oh. They're not going to be able to kill him, I don't think. Peddler again. Peddler's got 2 gold. So we can use 2 gold to call to arms and do 1 point of damage. The Vagabond does 1 point of damage, and the Craftsman does 1 point of damage. So between them, 2 points of damage, plus 1 for the tower being in play. So that's 3. 6. So Zogar still has 2 points of health. No, wait a minute. Backpedal. Backpedal. Wait a minute. Yeah. I've just realised what I've done. I was about to lose. Rather than doing call to arms, the peddler is actually going to do festival, which reduces the pyramid by 1. That's important. So that's 1 less point of damage that that Zogar is taking. But it means now when we get to Zogar attacking us, we're not going to die. So had to do a bit of backpedaling there. This game is definitely a bit more tight. 2 points of damage to every location. Oh, 2 points of damage to every location. And if a location isn't there, the damage happens to the gate. Damage to the farm goes on the gate. Damage to the mill goes on the gate. Damage to the tavern goes on the gate. Oh man, I really thought I was going to win there. I didn't factor in... I mean, I've never faced Zogar before. I didn't really know how he worked. But I didn't factor in the fact that all these locations that are destroyed means that he's going to attack the gate. Curses! So there you go, folks. I've got a score. I would add up all of these points. But I feel like if you die, what's the point? So if I added all those up, which I'm too lazy to do, that would give me my score. I hope you enjoyed that playthrough. I'm still reeling from the defeat by Zogar. Look at him. Little bugger. Never mind. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. I've been the Lone Adventurer. We've been playing Gate with the Gates expansion. I will see you in another playthrough very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.